Drivers Mate Podcast, welcome back for another episode. Thank you for tuning in, I appreciate your time. As always, you can find me on all the socials, any platform you would like to use, I'm probably on there. You can also now request a video on Patreon or sign up for exclusive membership. You get nice good content that I won't reveal just yet, right? So if you want to be a part of that, go sign up to the Patreon. Other than that, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. We always say it. By subscribing, you tell YouTube algorithm that you want to see more real people, more unscripted content permeate the internet, right? By doing that, you help not only me, but other content creators like me. Anyway, I know you're probably wanting to jump past this intro, but I have to tell you again, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. So, what I'm going to do today is a reaction style video, which I always do. Apparently people really like them, right? So, usually in these videos, I just jump on YouTube, pick a YouTube short at random, and then you get my reaction and my opinion if I have one to give, right? So here we go.
You ever drink, Chef? You used to drink before?
I do drink.
You do drink?
But not in public.
Okay.
Because I can't do nothing to jeopardize my mother's empire.
That's awesome.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I don't drink. Me and my father used to drink after all the championship games.
What's your drinking choice?
We've covered alcohol consumption already, right? So there's no point doing that again. Let's see what else there is.
Samuel L. Jackson, where are you? 152 movie titles.
Wow!
27 billion in box office.
Hey.
More than any other actor. Here's what you don't know. These are the organizations that Samuel L. Jackson give to.
Ooh.
Alzheimer's Association, American Institute for Stuttering, American Red Cross, Artists for New South Africa, Bedford-Stuyvesant Restoration Corporation, Black Economic Alliance, a Brain Trust, Cedars-Sinai, Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS,
Hey.
Carousel of Hope, Children's Defense Fund, Earth Island Foundation, the Hollywood Foundation for Autism and Parkinson's Disease, In a Perfect World Foundation, the Joseph Lowery Institute for Social Change, Magic Johnson Foundation,
Hey,
Spelman College, Morehouse College, NAACP, Legal Defense Fund, National Action Network,
Oh
Kidney
my
Foundation,
God.
Solutions Coalition, the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History, Spelman College, United Negro College Fund, and the Urban League.
Bad man. Alright then, yes, congratulations to Samuel Jackson for being such a avid contributor to not only charities, but to our own edification of movie lovers, right? And entertainment consumers. So everybody knows Samuel Jackson as a very much typecasted type of actor, right? Although Samuel Jackson does have a pretty deep range of what he's able to do as an actor, right? From Do the Right Thing to Unbreakable. I think it's Unbreakable, right? With Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson, right? So he has a wide range of things, right? Not only does he act a certain level of excellence, but he's also able to be quite funny in a comedic sense, right? And very serious at the same time. So hats off to Samuel Jackson as an actor in general. Now, the fact that he gives to all of these different charities, and also the fact that he's done so much movies, right? And people don't speak about that enough, right? Hats off to him for that. And congratulations for donating to charities, right? Because if you've reached a certain level of status and financial capability, right, and milestones, then it is a good idea to give back to, and not just give back to any old willy-nilly thing. Give back to things that actually not only concern you, but you actually care about, right? By the sounds of that list there, it sounds like he has quite a lot of interest, right? And a few are probably just for the sake of it, right? Now, some people are going to argue and say, of course, when you're rich, you have to write things off in taxes and take things as a gift and move your money in certain ways, right? Understood, clear about that, right? Even though it's not such a bad thing, you have to understand how to manage money correctly, especially the more money you get, right? So there's that factor of it. But what do I think about successful people doing charity? Okay. Number one, you don't have to do anything, right? You don't have to help anybody, and that's just fact. You need to understand that from a human perspective. He does not have to donate to anybody's cause or help anybody, right? Number two, the power and the influence can doesn't have to be used overtly, right? So, for instance, you can use your money, your power, and your influence, not coercively, but under the radar, right? You don't have to come out and be the public face and figure for things, right? You can affect change behind the scenes. Start by helping your own community, building right up to your government and then to the world, right? You don't have to be the front man. So hats off to somebody that considers themselves philanthropist in that sense, not wanting to say what they do, not even publicly acknowledging the good work that they do, right? So I appreciate that. Other than that, I don't really have much of an opinion on it, right? I think it's a good thing that rich people do that. Now, for the average working class person, I think in terms of charity, you'd be more effective by actually lending your time, your resources, and your attention to a cause, right? And taking action rather than just donating money, right? Because on a lower level, the amount of money that the working class person could donate or the disposable income they could let loose wouldn't have that much of an effect, right? And I will also say, if you are inclined to be charitable, really research and pay attention to who you're giving money to and what they are actually doing with the money, right? Because there's lots of non-profit, I'm about to call them corporations, but non-profit businesses or such, right, out there that don't actually help anybody, right? They line their own pockets and they help their own people, right? So they don't ever actually help to change things. So I would say if you're charitably minded, be careful with who you give your money to and what for, right? Don't just read a headline and say, oh, such and such has happened, donate, right? Because we've seen the amount of scammers and internet finesses that say that this is happening and they start a GoFundMe and they start a charity off the back of it. And then you get things like Black Lives Matter where the owners and the people that set up are buying multi-million-pound mansions, but yet no real effect has been done, right, through their so-called charitable narrative, okay? So just be careful with that with charities where donating is concerned, right? Because you could be contributing to the downfall of society, the degradation of society, rather than the upliftment and the betterment of your fellow man, right? So be aware of that. Also, always pay attention to who you give money to, right? I know I said that, I'm reiterating the point, right? It's very early in the morning, but we don't usually come across these types of things on YouTube Shorts, right? So I guess that is a feel-good story for today, right? And yes, Samuel Jackson as an individual should be more commended, right? Although a lot of people look at him as just a shouting, talking head Negro actor, right? He is more than that, right? And there's a reason why he takes the roles he takes throughout his can you say discography? I don't know what they call it in the movie world, right? But throughout his catalogue of film, right? There's a reason. Just for instance, you see. Anyway, no, I'm not even going to get into it, right? Just shout out to you, Samuel Jackson, big up yourself, right? And if you're inclined to do charity, just pay attention to who you're giving your money to and why you're giving your money, right? And on a working man's level, on a lower poor, working class, middle class level, I personally believe if you're going to participate in charity, it's better to actually do something actionable, right? And document it in terms of where the money's going, what the act is for, right? And I also believe financial charity should be mostly anonymous, right? Unless you're into the game of legacy building and you want to have your plaque and your name and your business attached to this thing, right? For your own personal uses or business promotion, right? There's that side of charity too. But me personally, like we've said about the content creators walking up to homeless people and exploiting them, I'm against that, right? And just like as much as I'm against those adverts where you see big expensive cameras in the faces of poor, impoverished Indian and Asian and African children, right? I'm against that because you've got a rich, well maybe not rich, but you've got a big expensive camera in the face of somebody that's starving. You're telling us to donate when the very amount of money it costs to have an advert on YouTube, on a TV or anywhere, right, could be used to feed somebody, right, could be used for the actual cause that you're claiming. But anyways, neither here nor there, right? Not to down people that do charity for the right reasons, but beware that there's people that do charity for all the wrong reasons, right? So, hats off to you. Tell me what you think. Was I a bit too shallow? Could I have gone into it a bit deeper? And what do you think about Samuel Jackson as an actor, as an actor individually, right? As Denzel Washington, right? He should be more commended and he should be more well known the good things the guy has done, right? Because, you know, people like to typecast you and pigeonhole you into this thing. You're just a shouting bah, 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 actor, right? But yeah, anyway, thank you for your time. Drivers Mate Podcast. Check out my main channel, CNCCMI. Also, check out the next videos in the Drivers Mate Podcast playlist and the videos over there, right? Thank you for your time. Keeping real people real, keeping freedom of speech free, and we're out.